guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah here with Furniture Flip by Sarah. And in today's video, I'm going to be making over this table. So I picked this table up off the side of the road. It was a curbside find. I saw it and I knew that it had a really unique shape. So I wanted to do something with it. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be doing a textured finish on this piece. Some of these textured tables can go for like, I'd say $500, $800 at some of the more high-end stores. I'll kind of put those up on the screen for you guys. So I'm going to be making my own version of that today, and I am going to be using a Drydex compound in order to give it that beautiful texture. But let's get into the video. Before I get started, I did want to share the table actually still has the original tag on it. So if you can see there, it was from HomeSense and it was $59. I'm not too sure the year because that. So here is the Drydex spackle I'm going to be using. This one here goes on pink and dries white, and I bought this for, I believe it was under $10, and this amount is probably going to be more than enough. I want to put a lot of texture on this table, really giving it such a unique look and kind of matching those more high-end ones. In order to get a nice clean finish, I did go ahead and sand this with a 120 grit. I'm now just going to be using some TSP, diluted with water. I just have it in a spray bottle here, so I'm just going to spray that on and then wipe it down with a tack cloth, and then we're going to get started. So now that the table is all clean and it's dried, I'm going to go ahead and use a spackle knife to spread the Drydex all over this piece, giving it some beautiful texture. I don't want to make the top of this too textured because I do want whoever ends up keeping this piece to be able to still use it. So I am going to make sure you can see the texture, but also that a cup or coaster can still balance on this piece. And I'm just going to kind of go in different directions. You could even kind of put some designs in this piece. You can see I have the top of this piece all spackled with quite a bit of texture, but still flat enough that you can still use the table, put a lamp on it, coffee mug, anything like that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start spackling the rest of it. So I now have the whole table covered in this spackle. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours and then start priming it. So I'll see you guys in 24 hours once this dries. Now that it's been 24 hours, I'm just going to go ahead and lightly sand the whole table with the 220 sanding sponge just to kind of smooth any of the edges. So to prime this little table, I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite thin shellac base primer. It's from Zinsser. So this is going to block any bleed through, which I actually noticed a few kind of brown spots on this piece. Let me see if I can point them out to you guys. Okay, right here, you can see there, it's bleeding through the spackle I put on. So I'm gonna make sure to get probably about 2 coats of primer on this table before I start painting. So now that the primer has dried, I let it dry for about 4 to 6 hours just so it was super solid, and I did 2 coats on this whole piece. So now the table feels really like secure. It feels really hard. The putty and the primer together really create a nice mixture. It feels really nice. Nothing is flaking off like when I had just put the spackle on and you kind of went over it, it was kind of coming off. The primer almost hardens it and it makes this really nice, almost like a pottery kind of texture. I'm really loving it, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting it. I'm gonna be using Benjamin Moore. I have White Dove, and this is in the pearl finish. I have this left over from another project, so I'm just gonna stir this up and start painting this piece. A little tip, if you don't have a paint can opener, just use a flathead screwdriver and kind of tilt it under there, and you can pop it open super easy. To paint this piece, I am just using a firm Purdy brush, and this is their extra large collection. I'm just going to apply this pretty much the same as I did the primer. And with this advanced line, it has a top coat built into it, and that's why it is in the pearl finish. The pearl finish is very similar to a satin. It's one of my favorite finishes. I will do some close-up shots so you guys can kind of see. It's hard to tell because I'm painting white on white, but close-up you can see the color difference. You want to make sure you get into all the little nooks of it. And I will let this dry for 16 hours before applying a second coat. I'll probably end up doing 2 to 3 coats for this table. To be able to paint this table a little bit easier and kind of spin it around, I'm going to be using this furniture dolly, and I'm just going to place it on top of here. That way I can just kind of spin it around. Like that. Once I completed the second coat and let it dry for 16 hours, I went ahead and started staging this piece. As you can see in these clips, I tried a few different staging items, different vases, books, and whatnot, until I found the perfect combination for this table. I didn't want the decor to take away from the texture on this piece because it is so detailed. I wanted that to really show through. So I finally got the perfect look, and here is the table. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you like it, if you want to see more videos like this, or if you think I should have painted this table a different color. You guys enjoyed today's furniture flipping video. I loved creating this DIY textured table with you guys. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next week with another furniture flipping video. Bye!